The love of Heidegger, it'd be more subtle if you danced naked in front of the White House with "I hate Bush" written all over your body. And by the way, the newscaster here says that arrests like that happened overnight. So apparently this is happening over a period of time. So what? How long has it been since the initial attack? How long has the president been in the air? Days? Weeks? If Nemesis was really poisoned, he'd probably be dead by now. Space is warped, time is bendable, up is down, left is right, and this comic is up there with Watchmen and Sandman! Okay, we switch back to Batman for another pointless scene.
Nemesis, with all your government contacts, I wonder if you knew this was coming.
Yes, I'm sure the unconscious dying man knew all about the thing that happened either a week ago or just 2 minutes ago, depending on your view of the space-time continuum.
Of course, I've got bigger problems now. An Amazon attack. A deadly bee weapon. Bees. My God.
Can someone please tell me what emotion Batman is expressing with that line? Confusion? Irony? Sadness? Anger? Acceptance? Disgust? Surprise? Anticipation? Contempt? Awe? Disappointment? Shame? Sympathy? Rage? Oh wait, that's me. Agony? Frustration? Apathy? It's apathy, isn't it? Okay, you don't care, Batman, so we don't either. Wow, man. Bees. My God. He worries about the fact that the only antidote to the deadly bee poison, bees, my God, is in Themyscira. Wonder Woman then suddenly arrives once more. For those keeping score, we're now 70 pages in and she's appeared in 3 pages now. Insane in the Membrane, aka Hippolyta, muses to herself about how her former allies are rallying against her, yet her army remains fiercely loyal. However, like pretty much every other scene, this one comes to an abrupt end as Wonder Girl and Supergirl arrive to talk to her. Back with Wonder Woman. Wow, 2 scenes with her in a single issue! She says that the antidote for the poison is back in Themyscira, but she can't go to retrieve it since she's learned that the only way to end the war is to slay Hippolyta, implying that she's going to go fly off and do so now. You know, I finally come to realize the core problem with this comic. It's not the disregard for continuity. It's not the sexism or the brutal violence or the piss-poor attempts at being relevant. It's that this whole thing is a collection of random, pointless scenes that go nowhere and contribute nothing to the plot. Characters arrive and leave as they please, plot points are introduced and then quickly forgotten. So, back to the M.C. Escher painting that is this plot, Oracle tells Batman that a new Amazon attack has occurred, this time at a nuclear plant just outside of Star City. They tell Green Arrow to take care of it since that's his home turf. So, how the heck are the Amazons moving around the country so quickly? Was my guess about explosive teleportation from the last review actually correct? Okay, cut to another pointless scene of Artemis and Philippus. Blah, 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 this is not Sparta, blah, 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 we need to kill the queen. Yeah, put your money where your mouth is. And cut away again. Over to Grace Choi, a member of the superhero team Outsiders. I'm sick of fighting you, like they want me to, all planned and mapped out. Wait, does Grace actually realize she's in a crappy comic? We get an ominous foreshadowing as someone with paint all over their face looks at video monitors of Grace and says that she's the one they seek. Back to Green Arrow, where he reports finding an unexploded bomb next to the reactor. Through technobabble, we learn that the thing malfunctioned before it could detonate. Green Arrow is amazed that the Amazons could build such an advanced bomb. Batman replies, "They can't. Swords, shields, and magic? Amazons. Microchips, computers, and high-tech weapons? Someone else." So let me see if I get this straight. The initial reason that Hippolyta declared war on America was because Wonder Woman had been kidnapped by the US government so she could reveal the secrets behind the advanced technology of the Amazons, which apparently they are not capable of producing! Just to be clear, this isn't like Superman at Earth's End. There was an editor for this thing! Back on board Air Force One, the president continues to be cranky about the plane not landing. Oh, and it's night all of a sudden, too. His aide lists off all the problems they're having. DC is in ruins! Well, after this comic, it certainly is. Kansas is a cinder! Nuke plants are exploding! Military bases are burning! And your approval ratings have actually gone into negative numbers, which no one even thought was possible! And the so-called heroes are out of control! What about metahuman affairs? Aren't they coordinating the defense? Not anymore. The actual chief was replaced by a shapeshifter. Then the acting chief was almost killed by some Amazon superweapon. A deadly bee weapon. Bees. My God. The president reminds his aide that he's the president and he better shut his pie hole. The aide then says, "That's right, you are. And if you'd like to actually survive to set foot on United States soil again, you'll sit down and buckle that seatbelt, sir." Well, his ass is fired. Suddenly, the plane shakes as retreated to yet another scene of utter stupidity to end issue 3. Wonder Girl and Supergirl fly right in front of Air Force One and yell at them to bring the plane down or else they will. Oh God, I need more pills! I need more pills! In between issues, Diana once again engages her mother in battle. My God, this comic is a Mobius loop! We once again switch to Lex News. Lex News, a division of Evil Corp. To its credit, this update does let us know that the war has only been going on for 3 days, but that just makes all their panic nonsense from last issue all the stupider. But then again, it is supposed to be a mainstream news station, so instilling unjust fear and panic is par for the course. It also reiterates Hippolyta's demand for a surrender in 1 day. Wait, this says 1 week. Oh, sweet Lord in heaven, this comic can't even keep its own stupid continuity straight! We're in the Twilight Zone, people! There is no other explanation for such really, really poor proofreading. Anyway, issue 4 opens to a splash page of Wonder Woman challenging her mother to kill her. Hey, Diana, see that lasso next to your hip? Hey, maybe if you tried to tie it around her hand, then this wouldn't be necessary! However, Superman suddenly decides to swoop in and pick her up, bringing her out of harm's way, much to her anger. Sure, Superman!